How are you? I'm trying to get comfy. Still, my head is cut off. I look like a wet chicken, but I was tending to the cats outside in the porch, our cats, and they didn't want to come in. It's hot. It's like, it was feeling today, I think 100 or 101. Anyway, welcome everybody that I noticed I have a few more subscribers. Thank you for coming and stopping by, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying. And all subscribers, thank you for being so faithful. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to finish the book, but my back has been killing me. The rain, the humidity, that doesn't help. Okay, now there we go. Maybe you might see me like this, but my hair is still wet because I took a shower and it's still so hot. Oh. So let's get into the book because I keep talking and we won't get to it. Anyway, well, you can hear me. That's what matters. You don't want to see this old face. Hang on. There we go. Okie dokie. I still don't know where to look at. I know there's like a little thing there and I look over here anywhere. Anyway, we are reading Mr. Granite is from Another Planet. You see it? This light is in my face. Ow! Oh my goodness. Well, Minnie's here joining me. So you might hear some tumbling and I don't know what she will be up to. Take a nap! Tattletales, Chapter 9. I got my water. Hang on. I got a tiny water. Look. Tiny water. But it helps. I didn't believe for a minute that Mr. Granite was born in New Jersey. He was an alien from another planet for sure. And even though we didn't have a picture of him peeling off his face, we decided there was only one thing left for us to do. We had to tell Mr. Claus. The next morning, we all met. Wait a minute. I'm reading without my glasses. You didn't tell me. Did you notice? I'm like cleaning my glasses and then I put them on the table. Oh hey. I see you now. No. I wish I could see you, but no. The letters look better. The next morning, we all met at school early to go to Mr. Claus' office. When we got there, he was wearing one of those weird square hats we had to wear at graduation. And he was sticking his head out the window. Why are you sticking your head out the window? Ryan asked. Oh, excuse me, said Mr. Claus, pulling his head back inside. I had to sharpen my pencil. You have a pencil sharpener outside your window? Asked Michael. No, I was gathering solar energy to power my pencil sharpener. Oh, my Lord. Mr. Claus told us, see, this cap has a solar panel in it. It was Mr. Granite's idea. Mr. Claus showed us how to sharpen a pencil with his solar-powered pencil sharpener. It was cool. We wanted to talk to you about Mr. Granite, said Ryan. I'm all ears, Mr. Claus says. You're not, I told him. You have eyes and a nose and a mouth, too. Look at the picture. Look at this. These are the solar panels. And the pencil sharpener. Oh, jeez. I think they're going overboard with being green. All right. Would it be weird to be all ears? It's just an expression, dumbhead, said Andrea, rolling her eyes. It means Mr. Claus is listening. I knew it, I lied. Anyway, we think there's something weird about Mr. Granite. Yes, I agree, Mr. Claus said. I can't put my finger on it. Why would you want to put your finger on it? I asked. Mr. Granite lives in a pod, Emily said. He has no nose hair, said Michael. Mr. Claus, said Andrea, we suspect that Mr. Granite He's from another planet. Said Mr. Klotz. It's funny you should mention that. The other day, I saw a flying saucer in the teacher's lounge. What? We all shouted. You did? Yes, said Mr. Klotz. The teachers were throwing their teacups around again. I'll have to make another announcement about that. If Mr. Granite is an alien, will you have to fire him? Asked Emily. Or attack him with laser beams? Asked Ryan. He wants to attack anything with laser beams. Okay, now I feel like this is falling. Who can understand this thing? I'm not sure aliens from another planet are allowed to teach 3rd grade. I have to check in the Board of Education rulebook. I'm bored of education, I said. In the meantime, said Mr. Klotz, let's all keep our eyes peeled. That will probably hurt, I told him. Can we just watch Mr. Granite instead? Okay, let's do that, he said. I want to know everything about him. I want to know what makes him tick. Mr. Granite ticks? I asked. Maybe there's a clock inside him, like the crocodile in Peter Pan. Maybe there's a bomb inside him, Ryan said. Mr. Granite swallowed a bomb? Asked Emily. We got to do something. Run for your lives, shouted Neil the nude kid. We all went running out of Mr. Klotz's office. Oh my gosh. Look, it's like it's just how they imagine him. He's from another planet. He's got a ticking bomb. Okay, chapter 10. The truth about Mr. Granite. Oh. Little sip. As it turned out, Mr. Granite didn't have a clock or a bomb inside him. That was the day. Oh, wait. I didn't hear him tick. That day was a perfectly normal day, or as normal as it can be when your teacher is from another planet. When the 3 o'clock bell rang, Mr. Klotz made an announcement over the intercom. Have a great weekend, everyone, he said. Have a great weekend. That's how it sounds, doesn't it? I remember. Sorry. When I came to Florida when I had to go to 9th grade, and it always sounded like it's a have a nice day, goodbye, see you tomorrow. Next week we'll find out if elementary school is the greenest school in the county. I can almost taste that chocolate cake now. Oh, and teachers, please stop throwing teacups around the teacher's lounge. Thank you. Me, Michael, and Ryan rode our bikes home. We were pretty tired because we had been riding our bikes all day in class. But that's when I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. Hey, I told the guys, I know how we can make our school the greenest school in the county. How? They asked. It's painted green. AJ, Ryan said, you're a genius. That's why I'm the gifted and talented program. I'm in the gifted and talented program, I said modestly. Everybody agreed that I should get the Nobel Prize. Oh, here comes Minnie. Wait, this is my water. I put the cap away. Okay. That night after dinner, I told my mom there was a bingo game at school. Michael and Ryan made up other excuses. Oh, it's not good to lie. Don't lie to your parents. Michael brought a bucket of green paint he found in his basement. Oh my gosh. Ryan brought some paintbrushes. We rode our bikes and met at the school. Be careful, Minnie. That's not in the book. It's just she's climbing on my desk. We rode our bikes and met at the school. Okay, I told the guys, let's start by painting the front door. Michael opened up the paint can. Ryan gave me a brush. I was about to dip the brush into the paint when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. A guy jumped out from behind the bushes. Freeze! Dirtbags! He shouted. Ah! It was Officer Spence, the school security guard. He was supposed to protect the school from bad guys and criminals, not from us. Let's get out of here, shouted Michael. We hopped on our bikes and pedaled as fast as we could down the street. I never even turned around to see if Officer Spence was chasing us. Phew! That was a close one, Ryan said when we were a few blocks away from school. I don't think Officer Spence saw our faces, said Michael. Let's go home, I said. Just as we were about to turn the corner, I realized something. This was Mr. Granite's street. Sorry, street. My voice still kind of iffy. Let's go over to Mr. Granite's house, I suggested. Minnie. She will not learn. Why is it that cats don't listen? Dogs listen, but cats, they're like, I can't hear you. We pedaled over to Mr. Granite's house. It was easy to find because of that giant pot thing on the grass. There was a light on inside the garage. We parked our bikes across the street and tiptoed over to the garage like secret agents. It was cool. Shh, Ryan whispered. Nobody scream if he peels off his face. We peeked between the cracks in the garage door. Like this is them running. And they imagine us got the paint. But they're just speedy quick. They're just going down the road. Do you see anything? Michael whispered. Look, Ryan whispered back. Mr. Granite is in there. Yeah, over on the left, I whispered. What's he doing? Ryan whispered. He's building something, Michael whispered. And you'll never believe in 100 years what we saw Mr. Granite building in there. I am not gonna tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to read the next chapter to find out. So, na boo boo on you. Chapter 11. I'll let you know what's in there. Minnie. Excuse you. Oh my goodness. Baby, that light is very hot. Don't touch the light. Oh, yeah. It's just going all over the place. Mr. Granite was built. Oh, chapter 11. My teacher is an alien. Mr. Granite was building a spaceship. It was red and black and silver, and it looked just like spaceships you see in movies. It was cool. Andrea was right, I whispered. Mr. Granite is from another... But I never got the chance to finish my sentence, because at that moment the garage door started going up. Mr. Granite, the alien, was standing there looking right at us. Look at the picture. Oh my gosh. Is he peeling his face off? They are panicking. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I had to think fast. Freeze, dirtbag, I yelled. You're an alien and we know it. Mr. Granite put his hands in the air. Then he realized we didn't have a gun or anything. So he put them down. Yes, I admit it, he said sadly. I'm not from New Jersey. I'm from the planet Etinarg in a galaxy far, far away. Wow, we all said, which is mom upside down. Etinarg, I said. Isn't that granite spelled backwards? Yes, Mr. Granite said. Everyone on Etinarg is named Granite. Doesn't it make things confusing when everyone has the same name? Asked Ryan. It does, Mr. Granite replied. I was sent to Earth to help you stop global warming and to come back with some new names for our people. Now my work here is done. I must return to Etinarg. My spaceship is finished. I just need some rocket fuel so I can blast off. Wait a minute, Michael said. How do we know you're not yanking our chain? Prove you're an alien. Yeah, I said. Let's see you peel off your face. Well, Okay, Mr. Granite said. I said, oh my gosh, Minnie, what are you doing? Oh. Did you guys hear the bloom? Anyway. Well, okay, Mr. Granite said as he put his hand under his chin. I covered my eyes with my hands. I wanted to see Mr. Granite peel off his face, but at the same time, I didn't want to see what was underneath. What if he was scary? So I covered my eyes. But I opened my fingers so I could look between them. Mr. Granite pulled at his neck, and the skin started to come loose. Then he peeled off his entire face, and you'll never believe in 1,100,000 years what he looked like underneath. He looked exactly the same. Hey, Ryan said, that face looks just like the one you peeled off. It never hurts to have an extra face, said Mr. Granite. Even though Mr. Granite's peeled off face looked the same as his regular face, it was still cool. Don't tell Mr. Klotz, Mr. Granite said. Our lips are sealed, I told him. But not with glue. That would be weird. Chapter 12. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. I'm still hot from being outside. Sad, sad news. Oh, we got 2 more chapters. This one and then the next one is the end. I couldn't sleep that night. All I could do was think about Mr. Granite. What if he was lying? What if he really came here to take over our planet and turn us into killer zombie robot slaves? Stuff like that happens all the time, you know. Where? I wish I had been able to buy one of those laser beam pens as Staples. Let me know. I'll buy one myself. Maybe Mr. Granite was just pretending to be nice so it would be easier for him to take over the world. Maybe I should tell Mr. Klotz if I didn't say anything and Mr. Granite took over our planet, it would be all my fault. Yes, master. This is how they imagine. Oh my gosh, look at them being zombies. Ooh, but he grew really tall, taller than the buildings. Oh my gosh. That would be a nightmare. This was the hardest decision I've ever had to make. My brain hurt from thinking so much. I was afraid my head was gonna explode. Woo! Did you finish your homework? My mom asked me on Monday morning. Homework? I said, aliens from another planet could be attacking at this very second. And you're worried about homework? Finally, I decided to tell Mr. Klotz what I knew. As soon as I got to school, I marched into his office. He had a machine on his desk. Looked like a little microwave oven. Hey, check this out, AJ, said Mr. Klotz. I call it the ultimate recycler. This gizmo can turn a can into a bottle, or a bottle into a can. So instead of throwing away a bottle, just turn it into a can. Okay. For what? This is funny. Oh my gosh. And instead of throwing a can, oh, yeah. What happened? Hello? Hi. So, I got cut off, and then it was that my phone battery was, I guess it ran out completely. So, I did some laundry and my hair dried and everything. So, let me finish. And we were at, they were talking about the cans, turning them to bottles or bottles into cans. This will be great for the environment. Why not take the can or bottle and rinse it out, I asked. Then you can use it again. Said Mr. Klotz. That is a good idea, AJ. Why does this always fall? No wonder you're in gifted and talented program. He picked up the ultimate recycler and threw it into the recycling bin. Mr. Klotz, I said, I have proof that Mr. Granite is from another planet. I saw him building a spaceship in his garage. Mr. Klotz said, well, I have some news for you, AJ. I looked through the Board of Education rulebook very carefully. There is nothing in there that says aliens from another planet can't teach 3rd grade. So Mr. Granite can stay on Earth if he wants to? Woo! That's right, said Mr. Klotz. In fact, I'll call him in here right now to tell him the good news. Ooh. Hi. I was doing some work and now my back hurts. Okay. Anyway, here they are. Oh, they're having a conversation. Let's see what they're going to say. Mr. Klotz called Mr. Granite on the intercom. A few minutes later, Mr. Granite came into the office. When he saw me, he looked mad. It's okay, Mr. Klotz told Mr. Granite. I know you're from another planet, but I think you're an excellent teacher, and I want you to stay at elementary school. Mr. Klotz and Mr. Granite hugged, which is weird. You're very kind, Mr. Granite said, but my work here is done. I'm ready to return to my home planet of Etinarg. I blast off Friday. But I thought you said you didn't have any rocket fuel, I said. I don't need any rocket fuel anymore, Mr. Granite told me. I met Mr. Docker over the weekend. He figured out a way to power my spaceship with potatoes. What? I hope that's not very far that he has to go. Wow, I knew you could power a car with potato. And I knew you could power a computer with potatoes. But how are you going to get a spaceship off the ground with just potato power? Is that possible, I asked. It is, Mr. Granite said. We're going to microwave the potatoes. Okay. I would like to see that in person. Chapter 13. Saying goodbye to Mr. Granite. Oh, that's sad. At 3 o'clock on Friday, the school secretary, Miss Patty, made an announcement that everybody had to go to the all-purpose room. When we got there, Mr. Klotz was up on the stage. He was holding a piece of paper. I have big news, Mr. Klotz told us. Mr. Klotz has a big nose, I whispered to Ryan. Are we the greenest school in the county? Asked Neil, the new kid. This is falling again. And I'm out of... There we go. Oh, jeez. No, we came in second place, Mr. Klotz said. Everybody groaned because that meant we weren't going to have chocolate cake party. Second place, Michael asked. How could any school be greener than ours? Well, said Mr. Klotz, the students at one of the other schools actually painted their school green. Oh no! Too bad we didn't think of that. I looked at Ryan, and Ryan looked at me, and Michael looked at me. So what's the big news? Asked Neil, the nude kid. The big news is that we received a letter from the President of the United States, said Mr. Klotz. Wow, we all said, which is Mom upside down. I stuck my tongue out at Andrea because she had thought it was a dumb idea to write to the President. Mr. Klotz read the letter. Dear students of elementary school, thank you for the nice letter. I just wanted to let you know that I do not have a nose attached to my foot. Sincerely, the President. It was cool to get a letter from the President, even if the letter made no sense at all. I have more big news, Mr. Klotz told us. Our third grade teacher, Mr. Granite, is from another planet called Etinarg, and he's going home today. So we're going to have a going away party with chocolate cake. Yay! Everybody yelled. We went out to the playground where there was the biggest chocolate cake in the history of the world. Everybody was out there, even Jackie Mackey. Mr. Brad cut the cake and Miss Jaffe passed out pieces to everybody. Mr. Granite's spaceship was out in the field near the cows. It was covered with potatoes. Moo, said a cow. I want some chocolate cake. Not that I need any. We stuffed our faces with so much chocolate cake, I thought I was gonna throw up. Oh my gosh. It was the greatest day of my life. After we finished, Mr. Granite put on a spacesuit and we went over to say goodbye to him. It was really sad. I'm going to miss you kids, said Mr. Granite. When I get home, I'm going to name my Etinarch friends AJ, Andrea, Ryan, Emily, Michael, and Neil. We'll miss you too, said Andrea. I hope that after I am gone, Mr. Granite told us, you will keep saving energy and living green. We all shouted. Everybody, we was sad to see Mr. Granite go. Emily cried, of course. So did some of the teachers. Mr. Granite waved to us as he climbed into his spaceship. Everybody gathered around. Miss Yonkers went over to her computer and announced the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, said Miss Yonkers, beginning to microwave the potatoes. Our science teacher, Mr. Docker, flipped the switch. Nothing happened for like 1,100,000 seconds. Then there was a little ding sound. Steam started pouring out of the potatoes. The whole field smelled like baked potatoes. Slowly the spaceship began rising off the ground. Lift off! Yo, Miss Yonkers, we have liftoff. That's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. One of the cows must have liked the smell of baked potatoes because he came running over to the spaceship. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the cow. And it's him. The cows are just spitting out. I don't know if we're going to get that far to Etinarch. Oh, jeez. The cow bumped right into it. The spaceship was going up crooked. Houston, we have a problem, shouted Mr. Tucker. The spaceship zoomed to the left, then it zoomed to the right. It was zigzagging back and forth in the sky over the school. Abandon ship, shouted Miss Yonkers. Abandon ship. The door to the spaceship opened and Mr. Granite jumped out. A parachute opened and he floated back down to Earth. Oh no, he almost floated back down to Earth. On the way down, his parachute landed on the windmill. The ropes got all tangled up. Oh my gosh, look at that. Poor thing, his head is gonna hit the ground. He was spinning around and around. It was a real Kodak moment. You should have been there. Meanwhile, Mr. Granite's spaceship crash landed in a field across the street from our school. It exploded! Pieces of baked potato went flying everywhere. It was cool. We got to see it live and in person. Well, that's pretty much the way it all went down. The windmill finally stopped turning, and the teachers were able to get Mr. Granite back on the ground again. Maybe Mr. Granite will build another spaceship, or maybe he'll just stay on Earth and be our teacher. Maybe Andrea will stop recycling her toilet paper and put her head in the paper shredder. Oh my gosh. Maybe there won't be any more flying saucers in the teacher's lounge. Maybe Jackie Mackie will stop sucking her own toes. Maybe the president will trim the hair on the nose attached to his foot. Maybe Ryan will stop talking about E.T. Maybe they'll start selling laser beam pens at Staples. Maybe the sun will explode. Maybe Emily will stop running into cows. Maybe we'll find out what makes Mr. Granite tick. And maybe, well, will be able to hear words like naked and Uranus without giggling, but it won't be easy. The end. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that they went up. They were trying to get to, what is it? Stagnar, was it? Yes, ya se me olvidó. Se me olvidó. Hang on. What was the name of the planet? You know. I'm looking for it. I'm looking. What was his name backwards? Stagnar, I guess. Anyhow. This got get really close. Did you like it? I liked it. Sorry, I'm so like sweaty and that's what happens when I start cleaning and doing all this stuff around the house, taking care of dogs and cats. And it's not an easy job, but somebody gotta do it. I hope you guys are having a good summer. Be safe and enjoy. It's Wednesday. Well, the weekend is coming up, so enjoy everything you have planned for the summer. And if you just have plans to chill out, then chill out and have fun chilling out and doing Nintendo, whatever. I still have Nintendo in my head, but I know there's Wii and all those other games. I'm getting older, guys. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed this book. I did. Oh, it's funny. Kids are funny. I enjoy kids so much. So I hope you love it. And see you on the next time for another book, another story. Bye.